Good evening. I'm Santa Cruz County Supervisor Neil Coonerty. The stated purpose of this meeting is to consider comments on the notice of preparation for the EIR relating to the light brown apple moth eradication program. While I appreciate the department's efforts to have this meeting, it seems to me that this meeting is a day late and a dollar short. It should have been conducted well in advance of the aerial spraying conducted by CDFA in November of 2007. Essentially, CDFA has delivered a fatal blow to public participation process as well as the CEQA process by moving ahead with aerial spraying in absence of legally mandated environmental review. Surprisingly, the notice of preparation recognizes that the Light Brown Apple Moth Act of 2007, quote, requires the CDFA to prepare an environmental impact report under CEQA for the long-term program to eradicate the LBAM.
That's the end of the quote. This is clearly not consistent with the CDFA's approach of aerial spraying pesticides first and then examining the impact second. Instead, CDFA has clung to a temporary emergency exemption to CEQA to authorize spraying based upon the threat of the light brown apple moth to the California economy. However, CEQA narrowly limits the application of emergency exemption to specific sudden occurrences such as fires, floods, earthquakes, etc. Certainly, the scientific data about the LBAM threat is contradictory at best. As you are aware, the City and County of Santa Cruz will have their day in court prior to the next round of spraying in June 2008 with regard to the legality of the emergency exemption. Regardless of the outcome of the litigation over the exemption, we are happy to see that CDFA has finally started the EIR review process for the LBAM project. Nevertheless, it does not appear that the CDFA has gotten off to a very good start. The notice of preparation does not meet the basic spirit, intent, or legal requirement for public disclosure under CEQA. The notice of preparation posted on CDFA's website contains no initial study indicating the explanation or justification for which impact areas will be studied in the EIR and which impact areas will not be studied. It is my understanding that CEQA requires the notice of preparation to discuss the most basic of information, the project's probable environmental effects. Because the notice of preparation does not contain this information, it's not clear exactly what the public comment process will be able to address, and therefore allows you to render the comments on the notice of preparation as virtually meaningless. Substantially, the county's primary concern is that feasible alternatives and mitigation measures to aerial spraying are fully evaluated and explored in the EIR. This evaluation will require significantly more detailed analysis than what CDFA has previously proposed in order to meet the legal requirement that no other feasible alternatives to aerial spraying exist. Furthermore, with regard to the range of alternatives that are evaluated for eradication and treatment, the EIR will have to disclose the environmental effects of such treatment in much greater detail than the CDFA has done previously. Finally, the county looks forward to making additional comments on the notice of preparation once the CDFA has provided an initial study which complies with the law and includes the information necessary to allow for meaningful public comment on the notice of preparation. Thank you for this opportunity.